we had 4 days warning. In 4 days, a lot of things were done. Less than 20 people perished. So this is the power, I can say, of anticipating, knowing well in advance or somewhat in advance, and therefore be better prepared. It's not that you can stop tsunami, but it gives you more time to prepare yourself in a better fashion. So this is for the future, for the current, immediate future. Predictive analytics is a great opportunity to get competitive advantage through short-term insights. Because today massive data is available. And the majority of IT systems is able to analyze all that. And statistical insight outperform and support gut predictions. In fact, it can supplement the gut predictions. So just a few examples where predictive analytics is being done. Of course, a lot of people are doing it. And some are far more advanced, like Walmarts and things like that, but people like that. But even say Target predicts customer pregnancy, accordingly markets relevant products. Wireless carriers predict likelihood of defecting to a competitor. Even before the customer has defected, they know in advance that this guy or this person is going to defect. Or crime predicting computers assess the risk of a convict will offend again. Online dating sites predict best prospect for you. Or, as you might have read in today's newspaper, Facebook is able to now predict when a married couple are going to separate. Today's newspaper, Times of India. How are they able to do? Because they've got huge amount of data. And that huge amount of data, they have made algorithms. And they were made algorithms in a different way. So if earlier the predictability success rate was 2%, today with this, the predictability success rate is 60%. That is the change. That is the power of analytics. And I would urge everyone that please use this. In case of Tata Motors, also we have been using this, a customer purchase propensity model. It generates consumers with highest propensity of buying a truck in near term. Monthly sales planning for DSE targets to identified customers has helped improve conversion, and we have gained market share of 5%. This is just one example, but I can tell you there can be numerous, really numerous, hundreds and thousands of examples that you can make in your company itself. Next, we come to innovate. Therefore, what do? We innovate. Innovation keeps you growing. A survey done by Pricewaterhouse says the innovative companies will have a growth rate of 62%. Average companies, 35%, and least innovative companies, 20%. Now you can see the huge difference between what can happen. And innovation is not just of a product. Of course it is of products. It's also processes. It's also value chains. It's a business model innovation. Many things can be done innovatively, and that can be a game changer. And I think it depends on if you are able to predict first, if you are able to innovate first, you become the game changer. As we all know, whoever is the pioneer has a greater share of the market. Two examples, innovation inside, innovation from outside. Shell is an outstanding example of internal innovation process. They have internal venture funding process, like we have venture funding for startups. They have that kind of thing they have incorporated within the company. And it kind of gives them new insights and new this thing with which they are able to do things in a much better way, where they're not even looked at, they are able to look at now. Or from outside, like Linux or Innocentive. They invite people to share. And they have been able to do a good thing, Linux has grown from 10,000 lines of code to 4 million since 1991. And similarly, in case of Innocentive, they have done huge, big problem solvers. I propose a 7P framework for innovation. Purpose, you must have a purpose why you want to innovate. And the people and processes which you require to make them happen. And finally, the 4 classical P's of marketing, product, price, promotion. So if you have to put all this in one seamless way, supported by leadership, you have a very good process for innovation. And just shown some of the innovative products that Tata Motors was able to bring. The third part is, how do you do it? You do it by collaborating. Because in today's time, no one company can do things on its own, however big it is. You have to be interconnected. You have to be networked to be able to get things done. Because there's so much of knowledge, there's so much knowledge change which is happening, there's so much complexity, as we said. Unless you are able to network properly, unless you are able to collaborate properly, you are not able to do it. Again, borrowing a word from Navi Raju, who's an author, polycentric model of innovation, which is a collaborative model, which helps exploit global expertise, and therefore globally relevant products in a very cost-effective manner. In Tata Motors, I'll give example of Tata Motors. Earlier, everything used to be done in Pune. Everything very centralized. And we had not invented here syndrome. That means what I know is what exists. Today, it's a very different world. It has become very, very polycentric. It is very, very networked. Using the suppliers, using different locations of Tata Motors, different design houses, different technology places, networking all of them together, and then making things happen. Of course, let's understand this is very complex. It's easy to show it on a slide, but very difficult to implement. But I think we don't have a choice. We have to make it happen, all of us. So, summarizing all this, we say business cycles and changes have been always there. And sustainability of a business is determined by its adaptability to change. New reality is characterized by greater uncertainty, rising complexity, and rapid changes. And imperatives are our ability to anticipate future, both short-term and long-term, through scenario thinking and predictive analytics, be innovative, both internal, external, and a seamless execution framework, and be collaborative in executing it. Therefore, you are able to get distributed expertise across the world. And I think perhaps this may be one of the ways to survive and grow in this very uncertain, very complex, and very fast-changing world. Thank you very much.